How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are good. It has been about a week since I posted a video. Mercury is now direct. We do have the shadow period. It's probably going to be about 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, I'm back. I had a bit of a long week, so I just needed a little bit of time to recuperate. And now I'm feeling good enough to do a reading. And now we're just going to do a reading. So let's go and take a deep breath, say a prayer, and tap in. Pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, and my ancestors to help myself, the collective, and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships for a timeless love reading. So, if you do want to book a personal reading or see any of my other services, I do have that all in the description. Otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and shuffle up and get right into it. Okay, we already got some cards coming out. We're just going to go ahead and start. I did post a reel on Instagram today at jstarotservice. If you do want to see the energies, it's likely going to be what comes up for today. If you don't have time to watch the whole video, you can get a general synopsis of the energies we'll likely be tapping into. But we do have the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh, by the way, we're using the Sorcerer's Tarot. I don't even know where the case is. We're using the Sorcerer's Tarot. This is the only deck I have with me today. We have Justice and Death that came out. The Seven of Cups. So, I'm just hearing like the end of confusion is coming to fruition. I feel like there's been a lot of energy going around. Well, I mean, we're literally in Libra season. So, I mean, this is Libra card here. So, it's kind of like this energy of Libra is bringing in that justice into your life. Whatever it is, whatever steps you've taken to really bring justice into your life, I feel like Libra season is going to help you do that. However, I do feel like it's going to be asking a lot of you. You know, I feel like it's going to be, you're going to need to kind of see through the illusions. Seven of Cups can speak of illusions, delusions, I mean, just emotional confusion in general. I feel like that's what you're working through right now. You're kind of in this space of really needing to let go of anything that's keeping you confused, first of all. But I feel like more than anything, you're really coming into balance. All right, you're really bringing yourself into balance, and you're moving into this space that is going to allow you to accept the justice that's coming into your life. And I feel like we always talk about bringing justice into our lives, but I think more often than not, we need to be open to accepting that. So what is that going to look like for you? And is that why you're feeling like you're in the Seven of Cups space? Do you feel confused because you're not entirely sure what it means to truly have justice brought into your life? Is it something where maybe you've not really experienced justice to this degree before, and now you're kind of like sitting here, well, I know I have to let go of a lot of things in order for this justice to really be embodied, but I realize that's going to be a difficult thing to do. You're going to have to see through a lot of illusions. I feel like that's kind of what the universe is pushing us to do. It's pushing us to really step into our own power and to be able to see what needs to be let go of. I feel like we always have these tower moments where the universe is like, okay, I'm going to remove this, I'm going to remove that. Here's what you need to look at, here's what you need to focus on. But I feel like more often than not, the universe, especially as we continue on this path, is going to continue to push us further along and allow us the opportunity to actually do that ourselves. Kind of letting us be the orchestrators of our own symphonies of our lives, right? In our love and relationships, thinking about the people in our lives as the instruments that play the music that accompanies the symphony as a whole. And so it's like, well, what instruments do you want to play? Like, what do you want the intro to sound like? You know, what do you want? I don't necessarily know how to speak about the structure of a symphony. I can speak about song structure. I mean, you have the intro, you likely will have a chorus, and then you'll have like a verse and a bridge and a chorus, and then you'll go verse, bridge, and then chorus and outro or something. So it's like, how do you want to structure that? What do you want the structure of your symphony to be like? And so I feel like right now the universe is providing you the tools, or has already provided you with the tools to be able to see through this illusion. All right, last reading we were talking about having to make a decision to either work on things or move into a new direction. So it was like this, either staying single or, you know, choosing to work through something with somebody. However, I think it's important to note that even if you do choose to make that decision to work on something with somebody, that has to go both ways. Okay? Regardless of what you choose, if somebody else chooses to move in a new direction, you have to respect that. If somebody is not willing to work on things, regardless of what that reason is, you have to respect that and trust that that is also a form of justice being brought into your life. The universe, it feels like you're kind of being guided away from something in order for something better to come in. Whether that's something that you're already involved in now, or that's something that's going to be coming in from the future, or that's somebody that's coming back from the past. We are out of retrograde, so I feel like a lot of that past coming back energy is already kind of done with. I know I personally have had like the most random of people come back from the past. Not that I decided to entertain it in any kind of way, shape, or form, but I just thought it was interesting. I was like, I had something and I was just like, wow, that's literally peak retrograde behavior coming through. And I was like, wow, what do you know? What do you expect? Not much other than retrograde behavior. So we are now out of that. All respect to Mercury, by the way. No hate towards Mercury. It's a really great opportunity for us to look deeper at ourselves, our communication style, and to slow down. And I feel like now that's coming to an end. We've taken the time to reflect, we've taken the time to work through the past, and now we cleared that out. And I feel like that's also why this energy is here. We made the decision to clear that out. We went through the cycle of the death and rebirth process. We're walking away from all of the things that were holding us back. We've let go of things that were keeping us not balanced. It's like letting go of anything that was keeping you in balance. All right, we're going to move on from these cards because I've been talking about these cards for almost 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and just shuffle. Thank you to my guides, my angels, and my ancestors for providing us with any messages you would like us to hear. We do have the King of Pentacles. I'm going to pull some more cards. Thank you, Spirit. Any messages you have for us today, I'm very grateful, as I'm sure the people watching this are grateful as well. And there we go. So what did I say? We have a Tower card right here. We have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Got a little stack that came out. We're going to talk about this. Okay, so let's take a look at what do we have here. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. I feel like there's some contemplation going on. It's really interesting because it's like, on one hand, you have this new opportunity that's come in for you. I feel like somebody's come forward, somebody's made a move, your ships are coming in. The need for patience is not necessarily there as much as it was. That was the energy that Mercury was keeping us in, this energy of being patient and healing from the past, and focusing on the things coming up for us. But now that energy is being cleared out, we are now moving into this space where it's like, yes, the Three of Wands can be the card of patience, but it's also the card of blessings coming in, recognizing those blessings, balancing out the passion within yourself, and enjoying the fruits of your labor is also what I'm hearing. I just feel like there's something new and fresh and fast moving that's coming in, if it has not already. But for some reason there's drop my card. For some reason there is a lot of holding back right now. I feel like you're kind of gaining perspective on the situation, rightfully so, because it's like, if you're going to invest in a relationship or you're going to invest in a person, I think it's always smart to take that time to focus on what it is you need to do in order to do that. We talked about the Eight of Cups last reading. That came out with the Magician last reading, okay? And so it's like you have the opportunity to build and invest, okay? It's like you're gaining perspective on the situation before really truly investing, and I think that's smart. I think that's a smart thing to do, because investing in a relationship of any kind, it needs to be made from a place of stability and groundedness. And I feel like that's what the King of Pentacles is asking you to do. It's saying, well, that's great that you do have the opportunity to build. You have this Three of Pentacles here that's like, okay, I recognize the fact that I can move forward in this situation, but I understand that it is going to take work. I know that it's going to take work. I understand that, in order for me to build in this space, it's like this energy of the King of Pentacles. We've talked about this with the Magician going through the Eight of Cups. Similar energy. The King of Pentacles does not get to the King without going through the Three. Three of Cups does talk about basically building in a certain direction, building with somebody, partnerships, working together. The interesting thing about this card, though, is if you want to take a look at it, we've talked about this before, but you look at this here, and he's basically he knows what he's doing. This Three of Pentacles energy isn't somebody who invests or makes moves without knowing what it is they're doing. So I think right now Spirit's kind of giving you the opportunity to look within yourself, sift through whatever it is you need to sift through, You know, review all those old texts. Think about everything you've learned in your past relationships before really truly making that investment. And it's not to say that you shouldn't make the investment. It's just to say that you should take heed of everything you have learned so you don't continue to make the same mistakes, right? And I feel like that's also why you're kind of gaining perspective. It's just recognizing that, like, yes, this is a really great opportunity. I feel like this is somebody that you can really truly build with. This is somebody that you can invest in. You can count on them, and this is somebody that's going to be very dependable. And I also feel like this is the energy coming through from your person. You know, we often read for ourselves, but I do feel like sometimes other people come through in our readings. And this King of Pentacles feels like that person. This may be somebody that you met at work, honestly. Like, this could be like a work type of situation, a coworker type of situation. This could be a situation where it wasn't necessarily something that you were initially looking to build in the first place. Maybe you were just focusing on yourself and making your money. But it's like, you know, I feel like you're now gaining perspective on something that is coming together for you that you didn't see before. And I feel like that goes both ways, right? Let's go and pull some more cards. I feel like that's the Tower moment that's coming in, is really all of this. Before we pull some more cards, it's like you're now seeing the opportunity ahead of you. Like, you're just like, wow, like, this is actually something I've been wanting for a long time. This is somebody who's embodying all of that energy that I really do appreciate. And I feel like this is something I can really truly invest in a sense that's going to make both of you very happy, right? I think there's a card meet going up on top. There's a lot of cards coming by, so excuse all the noise. I don't really think it's that loud on the mic. I've heard it before, but let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Let's see what we got. Oh no. Different car meet. There's like separate car meets. I think there's one at the top, and then there's people that just meet up. A Mustang meetup. We got one Mustang, two Mustangs, different years. There's a hell of people showing up today. It is Sunday though, so it's like, I think it's just what people do. We did get some cards that came out, by the way, but I want to pull some more. Okay, no, I don't think everybody's meeting up. I just think it's a few people meeting up. Let's see what else we got. Here we go. Ooh, we got a big stack. All right, let's go ahead and talk about these here. Oh, this is great. Interesting. Kind of a continuation of what we've been talking about realistically, but we're going to start here. So you have the King of Wands and you have the Seven of Wands. I'm going to take a sip of my beverage though, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying some coffee. Seven of Wands and the King of Wands. I feel like you're just being presented with the opportunity to work through something with somebody. You're going to be overcoming some obstacles here. This could be, I guess, like competition, if you want to look at it that way. This could just be people around you that maybe you're getting a lot of attention, maybe your person is getting a lot of attention, and maybe that's a reason why I feel like either one or both of you are holding back. You could have been involved in different situations. When you met this person, this is what came up in the daily. You could have been involved, excuse me, I'm going to fix my mic. You could have already been involved with somebody when you met this person, and I feel like that's why you're gaining perspective, because this isn't something that you came into looking. I feel like when you get into situations like this, it's not always because you're looking for them. It's because the universe brings them into you for whatever reason, for growth, for healing, to work through your own personal inner obstacles. But I feel like more than anything, you're overcoming a lot of things that have been holding you back in love. That doesn't always necessarily mean that you're gonna like fully come together with this person or that person, because I think at the end of the day, everybody serves the purpose of helping us grow in different ways. And I feel like this situation is no different, right? I feel like the situation, sorry, my hair is bugging me, is really no different than, I don't know, any other type of relationship. But let's take a look at these cards. We're just going to go through them. So we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. No, the Page of Pentacles, excuse me. And then the Five of Cups. So, you know, I'm going to be completely honest. The way I'm seeing this, it looks like somebody is about to become single. I don't know if this is you or your person. I feel like this might be the person you're dealing with. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, right? It's like we have the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Cups. It's like, it almost feels like a relationship that was being built elsewhere. Maybe this could be somebody you were dealing with, and you've just recently decided, like, you know what, you've kind of completed the cycle here. You've decided to go off on your own for a little bit, and now you're just focusing on building your finances. You're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on whatever it is you need to do to make yourself feel, I don't know, I don't want to say like complete, because I feel like at the end of the day that's an ongoing process. But I feel like, I just saw today, I forgot which reading. It was like a reading on Instagram, and the character on the card had bat wings, and the person was saying that like bat wings symbolize communication or something like that. So that's kind of what I was picking up on here, because these are bats, I believe, right? I'm pretty sure these are bats. And so it's like, I feel like there is going to be communication coming in about whatever it is that's been going on. I feel like it's something where you and this person may have entered a connection as friends, and now you're kind of thinking about this on a deeper level. You're not sure what to do, because you originally saw this person as a friend, as a coworker, as somebody that you just really got along well with. And now I feel like you're both in a situation where you're like, okay, damn, like maybe I should really make the offer here. I feel like this is something where you're now seeing the potential. I do feel like there is a fear of disappointment, right? We do have the Five of Cups. There may have been disappointments in the past that have been holding you both back in general. I don't feel like this is something where you were like, hey, let's build a relationship together. I think this is something where you have already known this person, likely through a work situation or something similar, to where you're now just seeing things differently. I feel like there's just so much perspective being gained on the people around you that you're kind of just now moving differently. It's like this energy of like you're really questioning what it is you truly want. You're like, what does a relationship look like to me in a way that I feel happy in? I kind of worded that sentence weird, but it's just kind of this energy of like, well, what would I need to do, or how do I want to feel when I'm bringing a relationship together? Like if I'm building a connection with somebody, I'm making that offer, or the offer is being made to me, or this is a mutual decision, deciding to really move things along, maybe not at a like super fast pace, but no longer moving at a snail's pace like we were with retrograde. I feel like that's coming to an end. Eclipse season is coming up, so I do feel like there are going to be a lot of shakeups surrounding your love and relationships, guys. We are in Libra season. Libra season is the season of communication, of balance. So anything that was out of balance or really out of alignment with what you want to experience, that's coming to an end. I feel like what you've been trying to bring together is now coming together for you. However, like I said, it's just going to take you really evaluating what it is you truly value within relationships and out of life itself. What does a long-term relationship want? No. What do you want a long-term relationship to look like? How do you want to feel in a long-term relationship? Are you willing to put in the work that is necessary? Because I feel like right now it's going to require you to be a little bit independent. It's kind of this energy of like understanding that yes, this is something that's going to be long term, but you don't forget where you came from. And one thing I found interesting about this card that I saw recently when I was doing my own reading, this lady has talons for feet. I never noticed that. She's got talons similar to the crows. And so to me, I feel like this is this energy of really trusting your intuition, not being afraid to stand on your own, but realizing that it's okay to build with somebody. I feel like that's kind of where we get tripped up sometimes, is we really tend to focus on what it means to be independent, what it means to be on our own, and feeling like we don't need anybody. And I feel like that energy is coming to an end. Sorry, I'm just trying to organize this in a way that I like. I feel like that's coming to an end, and I feel like you're kind of now really understanding what you need to do. That's why you may be taking a little bit of space to yourself and kind of taking time to understand what a relationship is going to look like, because you both need to understand that. It's like making sure that you're both in alignment with what you want to experience with each other, right? Let's go ahead, and I think that's all that came out. I might keep this a little bit short because I feel like the energies are kind of starting to repeat themselves a little bit. And also I really have to use the restroom, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm going to go and do one more shuffle. I probably should have gone to the restroom before I started the reading, but I didn't really have to go that bad. But now I kind of have to. So let's just do a pull. Any final messages you have for Spirit for this relationship that the collective is embarking upon, building with, whatever you want to tell us. Let's see. Grateful for any messages my guides, my angels, and my ancestors would like to provide for us. Closing out the reading. What do we have? The cards just aren't coming out, so let's see. We do got something here. We do have the Devil that came out. We have the Devil and we have the Knight of Cups. It's working through toxic cycles. I feel like there is a little bit of obsession going on right now. But it feels like a healthy obsession. It doesn't feel like something that you're just letting take control of you. I feel like it's something that you're now both coming into. You or your person are now in this space of like, okay, like, now that you're seeing the potential of what this can be for both of you, you're both kind of now obsessing about like, well, how can I make this offer? Like, what do I have to do to bring this together? And it's also realizing that like not moving in a way that's reflecting of your old toxic, cycles is a really important way to do that. I want to do one more pull though. I feel like that was a little bit, I feel like I want to clarify that a little bit more before I end the reading. Okay, yeah. We do have the Queen of Swords that came out, and then here we go. That makes sense. I think this is a good way to, oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, this is pretty interesting. So bottom of the deck, guys, we have the Two of Cups. Okay, we have the Moon, we have the King of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like there needs to be a conversation. I don't feel like you've had this conversation. I feel like this is what's being hidden. I feel like this is somebody who's very defensive, very quick to cut people off, very quick-witted, and not willing to put up with anything that is going to take them off their path. I feel like that is a mutual energy. I feel like that is something that you're both working through right now. You're kind of keeping your emotions to yourself, but for good reason. I feel like that's because you don't want to act out of this karmic space. And I feel like this Two of Cups, I mean, not only do you really feel this connection with each other, but it's mutual. I feel like this is what's kind of being hidden. There's a lot of deep emotions here. And I feel like this defensiveness and this holding back is going to be coming to an end once you kind of both give yourselves the time and space necessary to kind of work through the difficulties within yourself that will allow this relationship to come to fruition. But that said, that is where I'm going to call the reading, guys. I got to go to the restroom, I'm not going to lie. So I'm just going to have to call it there. I'm sorry for ending it a little bit short, but I do appreciate you and I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you watching. If you want to book a personal reading or see any of my other services, the link is in the description. But that said, I will see you in the next reading. You have a fantastic rest of your week. I suppose it is Sunday, so rest of your week, or whenever you watch this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.